Hello everyone, let's continue with World War II, a global conflict that reshaped the course of human history. Its impact extended far beyond the battlefields, reaching into homes, hearts and minds across the globe. While history books recount grand strategies and decisive battles, the true essence of this war lies in the countless untold stories of individuals, ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances. This is where the real history breathes, in the quiet whispers of resilience, the echoes of love amidst chaos, and the enduring strength of the human spirit, tested in the crucible of war. This is a journey into the heart of World War II, not through the lens of military campaigns, but through the intimate narratives of those who lived it. We delve into the lives of soldiers on distant fronts, their diaries filled with fear, hope, and longing for home. We listen to the voices of civilians, their letters, revealing the struggles of rationing, the constant dread of air raids, and the unwavering spirit that kept them going. These stories, often unheard and forgotten, offer a poignant glimpse into the human cost of war. They remind us that behind every statistic, every battle won or lost, lay the lives of individuals who loved, lost, and ultimately persevered. The home front during World War II was a place of both quiet resilience and agonizing uncertainty. Families separated by continents clung to letters, those precious lifelines spun from paper and ink, carrying words of love, longing, and hope across vast distances. Imagine, if you will, a young woman named Lily living in rural England. Her days were filled with the work of keeping the home fires burning, tending to victory gardens, volunteering at the local canteen, and anxiously awaiting the postman's arrival. Each letter from her beloved John, stationed somewhere in North Africa, was a treasure, a tangible connection to the man she loved, fighting in a distant land. She read his words, filled with humor, tenderness, and a longing for the day they would be together again, over and over, seeking solace and strength in their shared love. These letters, often censored and delayed, were more than just messages. They were lifelines of hope, reminding families that even amidst the darkness of war, love and faith could endure. Open the worn leather cover of a diary, its pages filled with faded ink and the ghostly scent of a bygone era. These are the words of David, a young American soldier fighting his way through the hedgerows of Normandy. He writes in snatched moments of quiet amidst the chaos and terror of war, capturing the raw, unfiltered thoughts of a young man facing his own mortality. David's diary is a testament to the courage and resilience of ordinary men thrust into extraordinary circumstances. He writes of the camaraderie forged in the trenches, the deafening roar of artillery fire, the fear that gnawed at his insides, and the unwavering belief in the cause for which he and his comrades were fighting. One entry speaks of a fierce firefight, where David witnessed the loss of his closest friend, a boy from his hometown who joined the army alongside him. The words are raw with grief, yet tinged with a steely determination to honor his friend's sacrifice by fighting for the day when peace would reign again. War's cruel hand does not discriminate. Its impact reverberates through generations, leaving an indelible mark on the lives of children forced to grow up too soon. Imagine a young girl named Anya living in Leningrad during the brutal siege. Her world, once filled with the simple joys of childhood, schoolyard laughter, bedtime stories, and the comforting aroma of her mother's baking, had been transformed into a desolate landscape of deprivation and fear. Anya's story, pieced together from her own fragmented memories and the accounts of survivors, paints a poignant picture of innocence lost but resilience found. She recalls huddling with her family in bomb shelters, the constant gnawing hunger, the bitter cold that seeped into their bones, and the ever-present fear that lurked around every corner. Yet even amidst the horrors of war, Anya's spirit, like a flickering candle in the darkness, refused to be extinguished. She found solace in small acts of kindness, sharing her meager rations with a younger sibling, drawing pictures on scraps of paper to brighten their spirits, clinging to the hope that one day the nightmare would end and life would blossom again. In the crucible of war, where death lurked around every corner and survival often hinged on a moment's notice, the most extraordinary bonds of friendship were forged. These were not simply friendships of convenience, but profound connections born out of shared danger, mutual respect, and the understanding that in the face of adversity, they had each other's backs. Consider the story of William, an American pilot shot down over enemy territory, and Antoinette, a young French woman who risked her life to shelter him from the Gestapo. Their initial encounter was one of fear and uncertainty, separated by language and culture, yet united by a common enemy, and the instinct to help another human being in need. As days turned into weeks, a deep friendship blossomed, transcending language barriers and cultural differences. Antoinette, along with her family and a network of brave villagers, risked everything to keep William safe, providing him with shelter, food, and false identity papers while he awaited his chance to escape. The unsung heroes, resistance fighters in the shadows. While armies clashed on battlefields, a different kind of war was being waged in the shadows, a clandestine struggle for freedom and justice. This was the resistance, a tapestry woven from countless acts of defiance by ordinary people who refused to bow to tyranny. These were the men and women who risked everything, their lives, their families, their very existence, to fight for a better world. Imagine a young woman named Sophia living under the oppressive rule of the Nazi regime in occupied Poland. Outwardly, she led an unremarkable life, blending into the crowds, but beneath the surface, her spirit burned with a fierce determination to resist. She became a courier for the underground resistance, smuggling messages, supplies, and weapons under the very noses of the occupying forces. Sophia's story, like those of countless other resistance fighters, is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Driven by an unwavering belief in freedom and justice, they risked everything to fight for a better future, proving that even in the darkest of times, hope, courage, and the will to resist could not be extinguished. The scars of war healing the invisible wounds. The guns fell silent, the bombs ceased to fall, and the world breathed a collective sigh of relief as World War II came to an end. Yet, for many, the true battle was only just beginning. The battle against the invisible wounds of war that lingered long after the fighting stopped. The trauma of combat, the loss of comrades, the horrors witnessed, these experiences left an indelible mark on the souls of those who had served. Imagine John, the young soldier whose love letters we read earlier, returning home to Lily. He was physically unharmed, but the war had changed him. He was haunted by nightmares, prone to sudden outbursts of anger, and plagued by a deep sense of guilt that he had survived, while so many of his friends had not. John's story is a reminder that the true cost of war is often measured not in casualties, but in the invisible scars it inflicts on the human psyche. The journey back from the abyss of war was a long and arduous one, requiring immense courage, understanding, and the unwavering support of loved ones. Echoes of the past, remembering the unheard voices. Decades have passed since the end of World War II, yet its echoes continue to reverberate through time, shaping our world in profound ways. The personal stories, the diaries, the letters, these fragments of lives lived and lost serve as poignant reminders of the human cost of war and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As we delve into these narratives, we are transported back in time, experiencing the war not through the impersonal lens of history books, but through the eyes and hearts of those who lived it. We feel the fear of civilians huddled in bomb shelters, the heartbreak of families torn apart, the camaraderie of soldiers fighting side by side, and the unwavering hope that sustained them through the darkest of times. It is our duty as inheritors of their legacy to ensure that these stories are not forgotten, to honor the sacrifices made, and to learn from the mistakes of the past. By keeping their memories alive, we keep alive the spirit of resilience, courage, and hope that helped them overcome unimaginable adversity. A legacy of resilience lessons for the future. World War II, in all its brutality and devastation, also revealed the extraordinary resilience of the human spirit, the capacity for love, compassion, and hope to flourish even in the darkest of times. The stories we have explored, whispers from a bygone era, hold powerful lessons for us today, reminding us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, the human spirit can endure. The legacy of World War II is not merely a collection of dates, battles, and treaties. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. It reminds us that peace is not merely the absence of war, but a conscious choice we must make every day, a choice that requires empathy, understanding, and a willingness to stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult. The stories of those who lived through World War II challenge us to be better, to strive for a world where such conflicts are relegated to the history books, and to cherish the hard-won peace they fought so valiantly to secure. Their legacy is a call to action, a reminder that the future is not predetermined but shaped by the choices we make today.